Hello everybody, today, sorry about that, just getting comfy. I thought I'd show you my brush collection and how to actually clean your brushes, for those of you that don't already know, and how to store them as well. Now let me just move back a little bit. I store mine in this bottle here. If I'm going to be doing makeup on somebody, then I have either a brush roll or a brush belt which goes around me so I can keep the brushes in that I need. But at home, for my own brushes, I just keep them all in here. Now it is important because you're using them a lot, and obviously because they're in the air catching dust, dead skin cells, etc. It is important that you keep your brushes really clean because of bacteria and things like that. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I have got far too many brushes in here for the size of this plastic glass. They're too sort of crammed together, so it's not letting the bristles breathe, etc. So what I should really do is I should get another storage container and just separate them so that there's more air to be able to go around them. Now I'll just show you some of the brushes I've got and how to clean them. This is just a simple all over brush for powder, bronzer, setting powder. You could use it as a blusher brush if you wanted to, but it is more of a brush for applying powder and bronzer. Now this, some people actually use it on the eyelashes, but I can't see the point. It's better if you if you're, say for example, putting pigment on your eye, and you know you can get fallout under the eye area. So it's a good idea to actually get this brush, load it up with some translucent powder or whatever powder you want to use, and then put it under the eye area like this, so that any fallout that you do get afterwards can be just wiped away with the powder. And that's really what I use this brush for. Just a brush for eyebrows, and then the comb for doing the eyelashes. This is a MAC 227 brush. I find this really good for going all over the eye with one particular colour. And then you've just got like the blender brushes, the eyeshadow application brushes. Then you've got these brushes here which are an angled brush, which are really good for doing eyeliner or cutting a crease, eyeliner underneath, anything like that. You've got lip brushes, and then you've got sort of smaller brushes here which are very good for getting into the inner corner of the eye. This is a kabuki brush, which is good, for instance, if you're using mineral foundation and you want to buff it all over the face. Then of course you've got your blusher brushes, and you've got your foundation brushes. Now with foundation brushes, obviously you need to keep them really clean, because it's no good using one particular foundation the one day in one colour and then going on to a different colour the next, because you're still going to have that colour in your foundation brush. So try and keep that clean every time you use it. If you haven't got the time to sort of wash it properly, then just run a wipe over it, and then just run through the fibres, let it dry, and then put it somewhere where the air can actually get to it. Now this is a double-ended, this is a Smashbox brush, which is really good because you've got this end which you can use for applying your eyebrow gel or colour, whatever it is you want to use. And then you've got this end, which is good for eyeliner. Now this is a crown brush, and again it's an angled brush, and this brush is really good for, again, for defining the brow, but you can also use it to cut a crease, but it is a lot harsher, hence the reason why it's meant to be more for the brow area, because the bristles are not as soft as a brush that's meant for the actual eye area. You've got this brush, which is good for separating when you've done your mascara, or if you don't want to contaminate, if you want to use somebody else's mascara but you want to use your own brush. Now this I would recommend anybody who finds eyelining quite difficult. I would recommend anybody to try and get one of these. Now this is an angled eyeliner. Now I don't know whether you can see that. That's better for getting in that position. But it is actually angled, so it comes down. Then you've got this here, which I'll show you exactly what I mean. If you're eyelining, you can hold it like this. You don't have to hold it right there. You can hold it a distance away. Rest your hand on your cheek, and just do your eyeline. And it's good for doing the little wings at the end if you want that sort of cat eye look. But it's also good as well for actually getting into this section here. Say for instance, if I was using this eyeliner, it's just not as easy. So it's a good idea, as I say, if you find eyelining difficult, to get one of these. And then of course you've got a lip brush. We all know what that's for. There are lots of different brushes. There's a crease brush. This is obviously for doing the crease, hence the shape of it. It's sort of like rounded on the end. What else have I got? You've got concealer brushes. There's just so many. You've got double-ended brushes. There's the Bare Essentials one. One end is for doing your cheeks, the other end is for doing your eyes. And also you can get brushes where you can define, like contour this section here. They're a different shape to an ordinary blusher brush. But how I clean them, right, now this is very important because we haven't got much time. If you know, you only get 10 minutes on the YouTube videos. I use MAC brush cleaner, and I just put a little bit of you don't have to buy this and use it, you can use your own, you know, just a little bit of I wouldn't say so much washing up liquid, but maybe something a little bit softer. Washing up liquid might be a little bit harsh. I'm sure if you looked up, or I'm sure somebody else on YouTube has made their own. And what I do is I just pop a little bit of this in some warmish water, not too hot, and I'll put my brushes in. Not one by one, but so many at a time. I let them sit for so long, and then what I do is I take them out, I give them a really good rinse, make sure all the muck, all the dirt's out, all the makeup's out, and then I just lay them on a towel, and I either roll the towel up and just sort of blot them, or I just sit them on the towel and let them dry. And then when they're sort of dry-ish, what I do is I just start going like this with them, just to separate all the fibres, and that's it really. It's really quite simple. And then obviously the more you look after your brushes, I mean, the brushes are the tools of your trade. If you look after your brushes, you're going to get better results with your makeup. they don't have to be top of the range expensive brushes. It's how you look after them and how you work with them. So if you look after them and you keep them well, then they will look after you basically. It's like any tool of the trade. So anyway, I hope this has helped, and if you've got any questions or anything you'd like to ask, just let me know. And please subscribe, it doesn't cost anything, and thanks for watching. Bye.